Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Lamine Yamal as Barca prefers the La Masia gem to start ahead of Ferran and Ansu Fati. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Clement Lenglet as Barca will meet Al Nassr very soon about 15 million rated defenders transfer tomorrow. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Lamine Yamal has shaken up Barcelona in the best way possible, with the recently turned 16-year-old dazzling everyone with his fearlessness and technical ability. Now, with Ousmane Dembele's departure and Rafinha picking up a red card against Getafe, Xavi is once again left with a dilemma regarding who to play on the wings in the upcoming two games. Cadiz, much like Getafe, are a side who have proven difficult for Barcelona to break down, and stretching the play down the flanks will be absolutely vital if the Catalans are to improve on their poor showing to start the season. Reports from Dario AS now suggest that the Catalans could turn to the teenager in the game against Cadiz and that he is now higher up the pecking order, even above Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres. The latter two have faced major fluctuations in form, but both had a promising pre-season, which makes it difficult to see Yamal getting extended game time ahead of Fati and Torres. A big factor that needs to be considered with Yamal is to give him enough time to settle into the demands of senior football. Rushing him into playing longer periods of high intensity could threaten his long-term effectiveness as he is still growing into his body and there is no reason to risk injury. However, the 16-year-old is the perfect impact substitution to add threat in the latter stages of the second half. It was reported earlier that Ace Abday is Xavi's preferred winger as the Moroccan is the most pure and direct winger at his disposal after Rafinha now. He is another player who has had an impressive pre-season and after looking like he could be on the verge of a departure, it now looks like he is firmly within contention for a regular role at Barcelona. With a bit more experience than Yamal, and as someone physically more suited to the game's demands than Yamal off the bat, Abde would be the perfect player to debutize in Rafinha's absence at the moment. Of course, Lamine Yamal is a great teenager, is a great player that Barca have seen, and I think that he's going to play for a very long time. Barca, still 16 years old. Yamal have been, wowing all the fans of what he can do. And of course, if this report is to be believed, I don't think it's something great because for me, I don't think Barca should start rushing Yamal to start playing majority of the games because he's still young. He does not still have that, his bones are not still strong. So I think it will be so risky if Barca want to put him above pecking order, above Ansu and Ferran. It's just a risk because he's still young and he himself will understand that he needs to be playing gradually to reach that very top level. It's not a matter of just putting him and rushing him. Of course, when Rafinha collected the red card, there have been a lot of reports suggesting that Ace Abde will be the one to take over Rafinha's role in the next two games when Rafinha will be out due to suspension. And there have been also some reports saying that Lamine Yamal is also in contention to start. But I definitely prefer Xavi should start with Ace Abde, who is more mature, and I definitely think that for Lamine Yamal's case, yes, he has been doing well. He has been shocking us the fans with his crazy skills, but it shouldn't be something that he should be rushed, right? Because let's not do something that we did with Pedri last time when Pedri came and played nearly all games, for his first season at Barca under Koeman, and we saw that injuries started coming back to back for Pedri, and we definitely don't want that to happen to Lamine Yamal. We don't want that to happen to Lamine Yamal. So I think it's just once in a while we can see Lamine Yamal playing, especially coming up as a substitute. I think for now that's the role that Xavi should be giving to the player. Not like he should be playing all the games, right? It's going to be a risky thing in his own future. So let's just see. We started our campaign poorly. Performance was not even the best. Let's forget about the excuses that Xavi was talking about. But performance-wise, we need to improve. We need to break down any kind of stubborn defense. If we think that we are champions and we deserve to be, we have to be able to find every formula whatsoever to win games, despite the frustrations that the opponents might give you. Then on to the next story of discussion. Clement Lenglet was one of the players left out of the Barca squad for the La Liga opener on Sunday. The Frenchman has no place under Xavi and has been on the exit door for a long time now. According to reports from Sport, Barcelona and Al Nassr will hold a meeting very soon over the defender's transfer. Needless to say, the objective will be to make a solid progress towards the player's departure. Barca spent a large part of the summer discussing Lenglet's move with Tottenham. The London-based side were interested in signing the defender after his impressive loan spell. Barca demanded a fee of 15 million euros for his transfer, but Spurs refused to budge on their offer of 5 million. The deal eventually fell apart. Al Nassr are now in the driver's seat and they are willing to meet the asking price from Catalonia. The report states that the Saudi Arabian based side are willing to put up 10 million euros as a fixed fee with 5 million euros in variables for Lenglet. So the 28-year-old signed for Barca back in 2018 for 35 million euros and even made a bright start to his career there. However, his trajectory still took a nosedive and he never looked back since, with his form and confidence dropping down. Barca now have some of the world's best defenders in Araujo, Koundé, and Andreas Christensen. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.